Eric Mother with Mother.com. Let's take a look at NVDA. What an amazing run this has been. And a nice reminder why we should be careful trying to short stocks that are trading above 69.1 on their RSI, especially on the monthly. Moved above 69.1 again here in February during the most recent, I guess, the breakout for 2016 here. And since then it's been above 69.1. We're talking about holding above 69.1 since the mid to lower 30s, now trading at about 95. Do not try and short stocks trading above 69.1. As I always say, it is a show of strength. Now, one thing we can also look at here is the possibility that because of this longest continuous run, in other words, visually speaking, this is the biggest run ever. We haven't seen a monthly pullback over the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. So at some point it's going to pull back. But you don't want to play with a pullback for such a high momentum name, because pullbacks could be shallow in the beginning and they're going to be frustrating. One other thing I noticed here is if you go back to the understanding of breakouts, generally speaking, we are looking for a move that gives a superior breakout stock anywhere from 5 to 7 clear breakouts on the weekly, and we can count this on this 2-year weekly chart. And on the weekly, of course, we need 2 weeks of rest before we can consider any subsequent move above prior weekly closing highs as being a quality breakout. In other words, 2 weeks of rest and then a move higher suggests that that's a good enough breakout to play. But let's take a look at how many breakouts we've had in the stock over the last 2 years. And we can say here that there was a breakout here. So that breakout number 1 there, we got another breakout here. Number 2, we got another breakout here after more than 2 weeks of rest, which would be breakout number 3. We got another breakout here after more than 2 weeks of rest on the weekly chart, which would be breakout number 4. We have another breakout here after more than 2 weeks of rest, which is breakout number 5. And then most recently we've seen this breakout here after 2 weeks of rest, and that would be breakout number 6. So we've had pretty much within the range of where stocks run out of momentum, we've had 6 quality breakouts, suggesting that this is where around here we're going to have to see the stock coming off the highs, just based on the fact that after you've had 5 to 7 successful breakouts, you generally will have a major rest period that might span weeks and months. So because of the number of breakouts here, we see that there have been 6 over the last, let's say, about 14 months. Chances are the next major swing trade here is going to be lower. But keep in mind, don't expect a pullback as long as the RSI is above 69.1 also on the weekly. Just don't expect a pullback until it moves back below 69.1. As a quick example, take a look at the most recent breakout or breakdown. The most serious pullback was here, beginning part of 2016, as it moved below 69.1 right there. So that has to happen. Otherwise, the pullbacks are going to be shallow and the stock is going to keep running. Also, if we take a look at the daily, we can see the daily continues to hold above 69.1. So don't expect a pullback as long as the daily RSI is above 69.1. And we also see that currently the RSI holds above 69.1 on the hourly. So that's just suggesting that this thing will continue moving higher. In fact, even the 30-minute chart is above 69.1. So this is one you really want to stay away from trying to time the short position, because it's just going to keep moving higher until such a time as the monthly, weeklies, dailies, hourlies, and 30-minute charts are below 69.1. Otherwise, it has a lot of strength, as you can see, and will continue moving higher.
Eric Mwatha with Mwatha.com. As always, even though we've seen from the weekly chart that we've had 6 successful breakouts over the last couple of months, going back to late 2015. So eventually there's going to be a major correction. The question is when, and when is going to come when, and if it moves below 30.9 on some of the time frames. Otherwise it keeps moving higher. Eric Mwatha, again, good luck, peace, and blessings.